Okay, so here's a little update on the 66 Mercury that we're doing for the Back to the 60s group build, being hosted by Charlie over at Charlie's Models. First off, show you the got the wheels and tires mounted on the chassis. So there's that. It came with a couple of options for the wheels, and these are the ones that I chose. We got the engine mounted in, and flip it over on the bottom so you can see. Was a little disappointed with the way that they did this as far as the exhaust goes. You can see that the exhaust is molded in here. And then of course you've got the headers coming off of the engine, but then they gave you these two plastic pieces to try to fit in from the exhaust to the header, and of course they weren't the right size. They wouldn't fit properly. So what I did is I cut a couple of pieces of aluminum tubing and glued them, and then onto the headers there, and then I just used some black electrical wire, some of this stuff, and just use some ushi powder on it, cut it, and then fitted it in there, and so it looks pretty decent, better than what it would have with those, trying to get those plastic pieces in there. So that's what we did on that. And of course I think I've already showed this. I just did ushi powder on the exhaust and the mufflers. So there's that. Then we have, what else? Of course I've got the battery painted. I need to just do a little detail on the battery. And then last, let me zoom this out a little bit. We have the body is painted and cleared and wet sanded, and I think it actually came out pretty decent. We've started doing some of the bare metal foil. We did it on the back, on the back window, and then all along this side. This side is done, so you can see all of that silver there is bare metal foil. I've still got to do around the window here. I've got to do around the windshield, and then we started on this side. Just got the top chrome piece done, and then the emblem on the back here. But and then so we've got to do around that window also. But very pleased with the way the paint came out. And this paint is just it's a Tamiya TS52, the candy lime green. I think Paul over at Open Exhaust Models recently used this on one of his builds also, but came out really nice. I did a silver base coat, and then put the green over the top, wet sanded it, then cleared it, wet sanded it again, and we got a pretty nice shine on it. So pretty pleased with that. And then we've also got of course the hood. The hood is painted and cleared and wet sanded also. So there's a piece that will go in here, and that'll just be kind of a flat black. So there's the hood. And then lastly, show you what we've done on the interior. I didn't do as much detail on this interior as I normally do. just because the detail on the interior is really hard to get to because it's just an enclosed tub. So what I did, the main interior color is just this handmade modern acrylic. It's called malted milk, and so that's the main color. And then the darker brown is also the handmade modern acrylic, and it's just called driftwood. The lighter color I airbrushed, and the darker color was just hand painted. And did a little of the darker color around the steering wheel. Did some silver around on the middle of the steering wheel. Didn't really do a lot of detail painting on the dashboard or on the instrument panel. I did just dry brush it with some chrome paint just to kind of give it a little bit of a metallic look. I did the bare metal foil on the inside of the console, around the edge of the console, and then I really didn't like the gear shift that the gear shift handle and knob that they gave you. Get it over here so you can see it. It's this one right there. I just really didn't like that because it sits so low profile, and I would have had to strip the chrome and repaint it because I don't really like the way the chrome looks. So I just made my own. I just used a straight pen, bent it a little bit. The gear shift knob is just it's just a plastic bead, kind of match the body color, the yellow with the green inside of it, and then that's just the head of the pen. Right there at the top. Just put the bead over the pen and glued it right at the head of the pen. So, and then the black part down there, I just cut out a piece of scrap black plastic that I just cut to fit in that space right there. And the gear shift knob is not exactly to scale, but it looks okay. I'm satisfied with it. So yeah, there's the interior. Like I said, didn't do a lot of detail painting on it, but I'm satisfied with it. So that is our update on the 66 Mercury. So hope everybody's having a great Thanksgiving, and we will talk to you on the next update. See you later. Bye.